Hi YouTubers, this is Willowind, the Thrifty Witch. I am going to show you some of the thrift shop haul that I got this weekend for some great witchy items. I'm going to start with this basket, which I thought I could probably use on my altar. It's got this wrought iron candlestick holder with two, and then a little wicker basket. That was half off because the color sticker at Goodwill was purple, so I bought it for $1. This mirror, I really loved the goth imagery, and I'm going to make it into my scrying mirror. And see, I love the back here. It's so unusual to hold it up. I paid $1.50 for that. I'll show you the scrying mirror when it's done. I really love wood. Wood is my thing. And I already have a book holder over here that holds my Book of Shadows or Book of Stones, whatever I'm reading at the moment. So this is another one that I picked up at Savers, and I think I paid $3 for it. It's got that beautiful, intricate wood detail with the leaves and flowers. Love that. Alright, like I said, I'm really into wood. So this, hopefully you can see that on there, is, I have no idea what it was meant for, but it's got, can you see the detail on the carving there on both sides, and it's got 3 indents here. I am going to use it for a sphere holder. Now, I don't think I have spheres that are big enough except my crystal ball, so I can maybe use that for one, but that gives me an excuse to look for bigger ones. Darn. I always am looking for candles. Obviously, you know, we all are looking for candles. So this was the purple sticker with $3, so I paid $1.50. And there's a whole box of the great size here for chime candles here. Pink, green, cream colored, a whole box of them for $1.50. They're brand new, so I try to never buy candles unless they're for a specific thing. Sometimes my bigger altar candles and stuff I have to buy, but I try not to. Okay, so I have been thinking about doing grids and selling grid kits online for a long time, so I've been getting together chips to have specific intentions, and I was trying to figure out a cheap way to do like a grid cloth with either the Flower of Life grid or something like that on it. And I'm crafty, but I'm not very artistic. Everything I do seems to turn out like a kindergartner. So I did get an idea to start using doilies. I can use permanent marker to color some of this stuff in, but like there's almost a perfect pentacle. I can use that for a grid. This one I could make into the Flower of Life. No problem. Use that for a grid. This one, lots of grid potential there. I got a bunch of these. I think they're supposed to be coasters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I paid about $1 a piece for these. This one is my favorite because it has spring colors in it. I'll definitely be using that to do some kind of spring grid, and I'll show you when I'm done. But I paid about $1 a piece for all of these, and I think they're perfect for doing grids. So another great find from Savers. Love that store. Along the same lines, like I said, I love wood. So I have found some of the wooden drivets. That lovely woodwork again. Now one of these, this one I bought from Goodwill, and purple sticker was 99 cents, so I paid 50 cents. This one was 99 cents from Savers, so I actually paid the $1. Oh boy. Another perfect grid working kind of stuff. Just keep your eyes open for the sacred geometry all around us, and you can use anything like that for grids. There's some people have used mirrors. I have seen the silver trays you can buy at the thrift store for really cheap, like $1, no problem. These are like the wicker to put hot plates on and stuff. I paid 69 cents at Savers, and there's 4 of them there, so I can make grids out of that. I'm kind of obsessive about grids right now, I think you can tell. This, I love this. I love purple. Purple is my favorite color, so I do love purple, kind of impartial, but it's like a tray basket. And is it just me, or is it all witches that love containers, boxes, bottles? I can't get enough. I'll have to show you my collection someday of all these empty boxes that I have that I do use them, but I have way more than I use. Oh well. Let me know if you have that addiction too. Maybe it's a witchy thing. Let's see. Okay, so I found a whole bag, and I don't know how to say this. Cowrie shells. Can you see them? And whole bag of them for $1.99. Purple tag, which means I paid $1. And cowrie shells are good for spells and money attraction, money altars, stuff like that. They're really good for that. So that's something that I need now that I went on my little shopping excursion. Okay, these big hoops. Boy, this is really hard here. I'll just open them. I found these at Savers. I honestly have no idea what they're for. They're obviously very old. They just say welded hoops. It says another creative product from. It's very vintage looking stamp there on the thing. Gold circle. 13 inches in diameter though. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And where's my little Savers tag here? I paid, I don't know if you can see that, $2. Now, I'm going to make complete brain fart. Dream catchers. I'm going to make dream catchers and put little crystals on them and stuff. And maybe I will use them to trade. Another tip that I have is there are lots of great trading sites on Facebook. I belong to a lot of them that you can trade, barter stuff back and forth. If I can, I try not to buy as much as I can. I definitely try not to buy new, just because it's all about sustainability. As a witch, we, are really aware of nature and trying to preserve. So I do try to preserve as much as I can. I try not to buy. That doesn't mean I don't buy anything. I do. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I do buy stuff. But I do my part and do the best I can to not buy everything. Wow, this is going long. Okay, I bought, I'll try to whip through these. This was another $1.99. These are, I think, wooden. They might be plastic, but they look wood. Can you see that on there? Probably not. But so two of these, and these are thicker for $1.99. And I may do the same thing with these dream catchers, or So can you see right there? That's my air shrine that I made, and it has birds, and my bird nest is over there, and all kinds of things on it. And that, I may do that for a water shrine, earth shrine, and fire shrine. Air is kind of my element, so I always start with air stuff. But I got an idea for tarot cloths when I was in Savers, since it's almost spring. Ostera, yay! These are, I believe they're either napkins or what do you call them, placemats. And for spring, you can't beat it. They're gorgeous. And I got 2 of those for $2. So that's a good place to look for tarot cloths, altar cloths, all that kind of stuff. This was another one that I just love. Can you see this? If I back it up, ooh, it's a big one. It's bigger than I think. It's got some really neat detail on there. And it is a king size pillowcase. So I thought that was a great altar cloth or tarot cloth. This Savers comes with bags a lot, so I always look at the bags because usually it's a lot deal. This was $3, and it is the beginning book here, so I'm really curious to see what else is in here. You'll learn right along with me. It says the ABCs of leatherwork, and I also do pyrography. I can't say it, but I can do it. Which is wood burning and leather burning, that kind of stuff. My hair is really in my face today. So this is a really old manual for leatherworking. Pretty cool. Love it. How to gouge, how to cut leather. I love vintage books and magazines and stuff. Let's see. How to lace. Cool. I'll try it. Adventures in Leather Instructor's Manual. Not the kind of leather you're thinking of. How to buck stitch. More adventures in leather. I better not leave this out for my husband home. Think something way different. How to Cut Leather for Fun and Profit by George Hurst. Wow, can you say 60s or 70s? But hey, leather's leather. Hand sewing leather. That's a thick one. Classic collection of Stolman's doodle pages. Designs for billfolds, belts, and seams. Embossing with leather plugs. All designed by a master craftsman. That feels like, yeah, there's all kinds of little designs in there. So, that's good. I'm not done. Projects and Designs by L. Stolman. Wow, look at that big painting, portrait. Well, it's in leather. Beautiful. Some beautiful design work. Now, when I say I do it, it doesn't mean it's that beautiful. I'm learning. But I keep trying. Leather work. And how to color leather. Now, that's an interesting one. I would love to add color to my work, too. So, all that I got for $3. Can't go wrong. Did I just move the camera? Yep. Okay. I'm going to do a whole nother video for the books, because books are amazing. Keep your eye out on thrift stores. Sometimes they're in the religious section. Sometimes they're in the, I've seen them go in the, yeah. My brain is not working today. Can you say perimenopause? Like the healthy section for healthy diets and how to stay healthy and stuff. I've seen books there. But anyways, that's another topic. I'm going to do a whole section for books because there's way too many. I've gotten lots of good deals lately. Anyway, I was saying I love boxes. So this little guy, I thought I left the price tag on it. Oh, I did. There it is. Was $1.99 on Purple Tag, so I paid $1. And it is real silver. And I haven't taken the tape off yet. It is so cute. Why do I love these boxes so much? What am I going to do with all these boxes? Look at it. Isn't that cute, though? I just love them. Gorgeous. Candle holders, which I paid 99 cents, Purple Tag 50 cents. Great sphere holder, or candle holder. But I have, if you're like me, I have thousands of candle holders. I thought, what am I going to do with all these? I'll give you a tour eventually, too. Maybe I'll try to do that today of my room, my witchy room. I have my whole upstairs living room, which I have turned into my witchy room. So that's a good tip. Boxes, boxes. $1.99 Purple Tag, which means I paid $1. It's a wooden heart box, which I can put stones in there, my jewelry, spell workings for love spells, all kinds of stuff. Love it. Purple Tag, $1.99. That means I paid $1. And this is a jar with, if you look here, there's, I think it's a cat and a little squirrel on the top. I love these little fairy jars. They're so damn cute. You can use these for spell workings. You can put your stones in them. You can, there's a million things to do with containers, and I have enough to do a million. I always buy these candle snuffers. You see, $1.99 Purple Tag. I paid $1. Candle snuffers. Some people, I believe, depending on what kind of spell it is, that you should not blow out your candles. You should snuff them. Unless you're doing something like a banishing spell, which when you blow out the candle, you can blow it towards the intention. But for the most part, I try to snuff my candles because I don't want to blow out the energy that I just created. So I always buy these. They're always really cheap, and I have a lot of them, but I don't like when they get all gunked up with wax because I'm not really careful when I snuff them out. Oh well. Okay. $1.99. Now that's a blue tag. I don't know if you can tell, so I actually did pay $2 whole for this gorgeous wooden chalice. Hello, do you see the rose on there? It's gorgeous. I love wood. So, to me, this is awesome for $2. Gorgeous. By the way, hopefully you know when you get stuff at thrift stores, secondhand places, someone gives you something, you do need to sage, smudge, cleanse, bury in salt, depends on what it is, cleanse all the energies that from where it came from. Because, as you know, objects do carry energies. So start with a fresh slate and then give it your own intention. Gorgeous bottles. I love these bottles. Wait till when I show you the room. Holy cow, 18 minutes. All right, I'm finishing up. When I show you the room, I'll show you all my stones. And that's part of the reason I started getting bottles is because I try to keep all my stones in glass. I don't like plastic. Plastic doesn't carry any energy, and it blocks stuff. So I try, although not all of everything I have is not in plastic, but I try to get glass as much as I can. These were 99 cents. They are blue tags, so I did have to pay $1 for these, but I got 4 of them, and they are so cute. I love these, and they have the wide mouths, so my tumbled stones will fit into these. My chips I never have a problem with. I get little spice jars for them, and I'll show you later. But my tumbleds, some of them are too big to fit into those little spice jar openings. So I love when I find wide mouth jars and little things to put my tumbles in. That is awesome. So that is my witchy haul, minus books for the weekend. I hope that you guys are looking forward to spring as much as I am. I am a hibernator in the winter. I live in New York. It's awful. Look. Come on, let's see. Can you see? Snow, snow, snow. It's finally starting to melt. Finally. But not a lot. A little. But I did see a gorgeous sunrise this morning. So hopefully it is actually coming. Friday is the beginning of spring. Friday is Ostera. I'm so psyched. And hopefully it's actually starting. So, bye-bye for now. I hope you liked my video. Like and comment if you would for me, and subscribe to my channel. This is just the beginning of many, many videos where I show you as much as I can how to be a thrifty witch. Blessed be.